One, all right.
Yeah. So we're Belle, Roels and Sanjay from the UK. We did a 3-week trip to India, 2 weeks in Rajasthan and 1 week in Goa as a beach holiday. It was really good because the first 2 weeks were quite busy. We visited about 7 to 10 cities in 15 days. So it was quite dense, but it was good. It was not too rushed. We had time to look at all the temples and monuments and museums that we wanted to see in those 15 days. And then the last week we had a nice relaxing week in Goa on the beach. We had a budget holidays, but the hotels were really nice. Even for budget hotels, they were very good, standard, everything what we actually needed. So.
Yeah. So did it meet your expectations, and how did you find out about IdiscoverIndia?
I found out about iDiscovery via Google. Actually, I was looking for a travel agency in India because I heard from friends that it would be better to do it that way because of the contacts, and also it would be good to have a driver driving us around for the holidays. So I just Googled it, and iDiscoverIndia came up on one of the first 3 or 4 links in Google. So I just put India trips, India travel agents, and it came up. So
cool. So how was your trip? Did you how was there any feedback for iDiscoverIndia to make it better, or you know?
I think personally, in terms of being driven around, I think the client, as in us, we need to have a bit more freedom in terms of obviously the driver has the predetermined destinations that we need to go and see, but if we want to just spend 2 hours at a place instead of sometimes feeling a bit rushed about things, or encouraging us to do things that we don't want to do, kind of like if we all sites we have the option of having a guide as a guide, but sometimes we just felt we didn't need a guide, but then all of a sudden the guide was waiting for us, even if we said we didn't want a guide. But I mean, that's a minor thing. We didn't really mind it, even though we didn't need guides sometimes, because there's good audio tours and all that kind of stuff. What were the other things?
Well, actually, you have that option, because it's pretty much, if you don't want to go anywhere, you can decide not to go.
Yeah.
So was there a problem in telling that to the driver?
No, well, on a couple of occasions we said we didn't want to have a guide.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't a major, but...
No, because part of the thing is because you already paid for it, so maybe that's why the guy said that, you know, you can have the guide.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we said we didn't want one, and it was agreed, but then in the morning the guide was there, so, I mean, it wasn't we weren't upset by it or anything, but...
The driver was good, but he was sometimes a bit more like a parent, saying like, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, and we wanted to experience a bit more, sort of like, for example, in the evening, go out of the hotel, while he was more sort of like, no, you should stay in the hotel. But I don't think none of the hotels were in an unsafe neighborhood, so we just went for a walk, but it was like, no, stay in the hotel, do this or do that. But as I said, we were not upset about it. But
one thing I'd like to do more of as well is instead of stopping at restaurants that are quite tourist orientated, so you get there and there's a whole lot of Westerns, I'd rather go to a local Indian restaurant where there aren't any tourists. And we asked that a couple of times, which did happen, but a lot of the times it would just take, that was one request, every time we stopped for a break, a driving break, I'd rather go to a local restaurant where the food is hot and spicy and not catered to the European tourists or anything like that. It'd be good to really experience things a little bit more like that.
Experience a local food,
Cool. So how would you rate the overall experience on a scale of 10?
Oh, it was excellent. So anywhere between, depending on the days and what we did, 8 to 10.
Cool.
Nothing less than that.
Cool.
It was good. I enjoy shopping, so I like looking around, and I got a few things that I wanted. I'm gonna miss Indian TV as well. That was a good way to end the day, watching cricket and watching some Hindi films. Even though I don't understand a lot of it, you get the gist of it. I wanted a bit more cricket, so maybe next time when I come back, I'll orientate a tour around seeing some cricket internationals at some of the good grounds in India.
Cool.
No, we definitely will come back.
Yeah.
And we definitely will.
It's good. The first time experience is good because then we can ask for things a bit more specific next time in our tour. Because we often did things and said afterwards, or maybe we should have done this way and that. So we'll think a bit more into the detail of our tour next time as well. Although it was pretty detailed though, and it was pretty in depth. So
yeah, we ourselves have now a little bit more knowledge about the culture and the way things are being done in India. So I think when we come back, we can be even more specific. But yeah, everything was very well planned.
Cool.
Yeah.
All detailed, very satisfying.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great flight ahead. And hopefully we'll see you guys soon sometime. All right.
Cheers. Okay.
Bye. Yeah. Thanks.